It's The Fix. Y'all know y'all tuned into The Fix, man. 100.3 The Beat, STL's Hip Hop and R&B. We got Keisha Lee in the building from Annie Malone. The Annie Malone Parade is tomorrow. So make sure that y'all, what time they need to get out there?
They need to be downtown at least by 11. It starts at 1 o'clock. So get down there. Get your spot.
Is it a special parking place that they need to be parking at or what? Like what's?
I'm going to tell you like this. I got all the markets shut down. The rest of it, you're on your own.
You gotta figure it out.
Before I start getting into and asking you stuff about the parade and all of that, like, can we get it back on Natural Bridge, or is that like why it moved to downtown?
You have the turnabouts on Natural Bridge.
I know that now,
so
but why did it move? Why do you think it moved?
That was before me, but I heard because of just, the violence on Natural Bridge and it wasn't supported, but that was before me. Okay. I remember it on Natural Bridge.
Right.
So.
I mean, and that's what I remember. But, this year you got Ben McLemore, from St. Louis. He the Grand Marshal of the parade. Okay. Who else can we expect to see?
I heard there's some surprises coming. I'll leave that up to the stations. There's some surprises coming.
Oh, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well,
but I feel like it's a lot of hometown heroes. A lot of people. That's the Grand Marshal piece for me. Because remember last year I had BJ the DJ as the Grand Marshal, and people loved that. He walked down the parade and kept them hyped the whole time. I just feel like we got a lot of hometown heroes. You know that.
Well, I mean, I think that's a great thing. And I mean, obviously, over 30,000 people expected to come out.
Yes.
And, we obviously expect surprises as always, so I guess every Annie Malone has a theme. So what's the theme for this year?
The theme is connecting physical health to mental health and wellness. And that's going to be a theme for the next 5 years, I'm planning, because a lot of more athletes are coming out and feeling comfortable about talking about their mental health. And a lot of our youth look up to them. So this year is basketball. Next year it'll be football or maybe golf for the Cardinals. I'm trying to decide. We're going to go there, but that's the theme. All
right. So I know they always everybody highlight is the high schools, drummers, and all of that and stuff like that. That's what I look for in the steppers and stuff. So, what are the judges looking for?
Oh, they're looking for creativity. If you have a float, make sure the float is matching the theme of the parade, the creativity, the dance, and making sure if anybody did flips or didn't do flips and this one did, you have to really be precise. Those are some of the things they're looking for. Okay. The creativity.
All right, well, that's a beautiful thing. So, real quick, because I don't want this to be a super serious interview, but what does it take to put on a parade of this magnitude?
Oh, it's massive. We started planning this parade back in August of last year. Registration opened up in November. That's how massive it is. It's a lot to go into it. You need a ton of volunteers. I mean, every detail, and you just got to think about that. Every detail, where somebody's supposed to be, where they're not, where your sponsors, people who feel like they egos are like this big, you got to fit them to right here. It's a lot that go into it, but it's worth it. On Sunday, tomorrow, it's worth it.
So a lot of people know the Mayday Parade, but kind of give us a little bit of history about Annie Malone and, and for those who don't know.
Annie Malone was the first Black billionaire in St. Louis, millionaire show. So she was just her heart and everything into it and what she did. So if you come to 2612 Annie Malone Drive, we still have that plaque out there that says for colored orphans because Black kids weren't allowed into orphans back then. So she donated this building and she allowed them in. Wow. And I always say this, that's why I love what I do, because we've never been afraid of those kids at risk, where other people deem like they unfit or move away from them, and we welcome them in. We're not afraid of that.
So tell us about what you do and why you do it.
I do it for the city. I do it for the kids because I was one of those kids who didn't have, and you go through things, and when you see, I'm a CEO, but I'm connected to the mission and what we do. Mm-hmm. So when people calling up there and their daughter's upset or whatever, and they want to give them up, and I have to talk to them. But it's because of the kids that I see. Like, I know on the news, it's a lot of things going on in St. Louis right now, but I don't give up on my babies. Mm-hmm. And when I say my babies, I mean to teenagers and everything.
And that's because you got that personal attachment to them. I done had private conversations with you about your passion and your compassion about these children in our community. And so when we come back after this break, I want to get a little bit more into it and just kind of some of the things that you see, and then just kind of letting people know that you can be a resource to them, even if they don't have a kid who needs to be in care of Annie Malone. So we'll be right back after this, man. We tuned in. Y'all listening to Keisha Lee from Annie Malone. The Mayday Parade is going down tomorrow. She said y'all need to be out there at 11 a.m. to get that parking spot. And I need to, y'all ain't hollering me about putting a whip in that thing. So we talk about that on the break. But anyway, we be right back after this, man. It's The Fix. Yo, you tuned in to The Fix, man. 100.3 The Beat, STL's Hip Hop and R&B, man. It's nitty gritty. It's the Culture Connect, man. I got Keisha Lee in the building. We talking about the Mayday Parade. We talking about Annie Malone. We talking about all of that. And I know Taylor Simone wanted to ask you a question. Go ahead, Tay.
Yeah, so I know that Nike is a platinum sponsor, and of course 100.3 The Beat, we're a sponsor as well. Can you tell us some of the other organizations we should expect to see?
White Castles will be there.
Oh.
White Castles, Walmart, McDonald's, Affinia Healthcare, Bridge to Hope, Aetna. We have SLDC, also Midwest Bank Center, Procter & Gamble as well, and also William C. Harris Funeral Home, they're a sponsor as well. It's a lot of people.
That's
Fox
big.
2, KSTK, a number of them.
Okay. Yeah, it's big. It sounds like it's amazing. Obviously, this is the second largest African American parade in the country. So, I mean, obviously, it's a beautiful thing for you to be the leader and, making such a big impact on the Black community. So, I wanted to ask you another question. It was more so geared about what you do and why you do it. Kind of walk people through what you see at the Annie Malone Family Center.
Okay, I thought we was gonna have fun.
We is gonna have fun because I think people really need to know the impact that Annie Malone is doing. But I also want to know, what's your favorite order?
We'll get there.
Yeah, we'll get there.
I see a lot. Like I see kids that have been abandoned, been molested, and they want to go back. Kids that have been trafficked, and I see parents that have lost it all, and they have nowhere to go because of they lost a job or something. But that doesn't mean that they're neglecting their kids. And if you take them anywhere else, their kids will be taken and put into state custody, but not at Annie Malone. We'll help you. We have that holistic model. I see kids like that has been running the streets with their homeboys and then get into a jam, so to speak, and then they realize, like, this ain't the life I want, but everybody else done gave up on them. And then they come to us, and we got to get them on the right track again and be that pillar of strength for them. But it'll break your heart. Like, I had some kids that were kidnapped from Kentucky a couple weeks back, and they were apprehended here, and then the police called and said, can we bring Annie Malone? Yes, you can. We don't split up siblings. We keep them together, and we keep them in their same home school. When they come to us, they get all new clothes and things like that. But the holistic model is we also help parents get their kids back from the state, and those that are at risk of getting their kids taken, we go in and do intensive in-home. All our therapy is free. We have a teen drug abuse and prevention program where we're inside of the schools doing it. And we also have a new program called Level Up program for some of these boys. So those are the things we see. Like sometimes when I go home, I love music and I have to listen to music, and I have to tell my husband, like, I can't talk to you on the phone right now. I'll see you when I get home, and then I need an hour to just to debrief because I done seen so much and I carry it with me because kids are helpless. They innocent. And when you do stuff like that and I see them, it's heartbreaking. I had 3-month-old kids that were molested, and the parent was arrested. And then as soon as that parent got out on bond, it came back trying to get these kids. And we had to literally hide them in a hotel for a minute until Children's Division was able to do and find this person. Like, this is some heavy stuff. And
I was just about to say that. I mean, I think that's really heavy, but I just really wanted to allow our listeners to understand the impact that Annie Malone is doing. And it's not just about the Mayday Parade that they look forward to, in May on Sunday, and everybody bring their cars out. Obviously, we look forward to that. That's a part of our culture, but you doing work in the community. And I just want people to understand what you're doing and how much of a value you are to our community. And, so speaking of community and kind of moving on.
But we in the community, too. That's the key. We in the Ville doing this in our community. We not sitting out somewhere else. So I think that's important because you can find us on a bus line or walk down the street or anywhere.
And that's a beautiful thing, man. And I think that, again, like I say, I'm so happy to have you here. I'm so happy to be talking about that and highlighting the Mayday Parade. But I want to know what's your order from and your favorite Chinese food.
Boneless honey chicken and some chicken fried rice with no vegetables.
Where's this coming from? Yeah, right.
Hold on, boneless honey chicken from where?
From where?
Because I need that order.
I ain't never had that order.
It's Wok Express is what I like. But down
that sounds like that's some light skin rice.
But wait a minute though, down here in St. Louis Avenue and Union, that little yellow Chinese right there that's been there forever, that's my favorite.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
St. Louis Avenue and
I know
Union
exactly
right there.
what you're talking about.
So I know BJ gonna kill me, right? But I want to play this little game called This or That. All right, you taking Highway 40 or Highway 70?
I'm taking Highway 40.
All right, you drinking Vest or you drinking Mystic?
I'm drinking a vest.
Fairground Park or O'Fallon Park?
I'm going to go with Fairground. I'm going to go on and go with Fairground. Fairground because I'm a Blue Jacket.
Oh, okay. That's what's... So you repping the Beaumont, huh?
All day.
All day. All right, that's what it is. We got Keisha Lee in the building. The Mayday Parade is going down tomorrow, man. Listen, the judges are going to be right there by KSDK. So if y'all trying to see them put it down, that's where they're going to be putting it down there. Anything you want to lead the people with, where they can volunteer, where they can get more information?
Yeah, just visit us on our website at www.anniemalone.com. And if you ever need help or something, if you don't have access to a computer or a phone, come find us. You know where we are on Annie Malone Drive. That's it. I just love people. I love us.
All right, there it is. We'll be right back after this, man. It's The Fix.
Thank you for tuning in to The Fix every Saturday at 7 p.m. Stay connected with us on all platforms. You dig that? At TheFixSTL. And follow your hosts at Nitty Gritty. If you enjoyed today's show, check us out for bonus content, interviews, and exclusive giveaways.